So a long time ago, I played the Danganronpa fan game, Danganronpa Another Despair Academy, and I liked it. It was a fine game overall, but there was one major problem with it, and that was the fact that you couldn't save during a trial. Like, there was only one save point in the middle of a 3-hour-long trial, and as a busy college student, I do not have the time to sit for 3 hours and do a trial. So let's move on to the second game in the series, where you can actually save in the middle of a trial. So it is better than the first game. Last time, Shinji, the ultimate firefighter, died. Yuki Maeda is going full Utsuro mode, and also Nikkei died because of some bullshit Mikado pulled. This time, we move on to Chapter 5. I'm only gonna say this once. Akane Taro was the mastermind behind the killing game I participated in. To be precise, she was working for the real mastermind who trapped us students of Hope's Peak 79th class in the 3rd lab and forced us to play the killing game. Yuki Maeda. No, Utsuro. This has to be some kind of joke. Yuri? What is this video? Is it some interview search? Oh, Juriko, I need to hide. Why? Wait, why am I even hiding? I need to talk to her. I wasn't able to speak to her. She went into the hotel. I guess I heard him saying, I'm acting like a kid stalking their crush to act where she lives. Now that I know what she's saying, I should talk to her once I've collected my thoughts a little. No! Go talk to your girlfriend now! The rule that says that he can't use magic for a murder got glitched. I think that's going to come into effect during this. What is that about a bug? The data responsible for creating the connecting bridge has caused a critical bug where the entire bridge disappeared. But I definitely saw the bridge at ground level. Don't leave me! Yoriko, wait, we need to talk. Yoriko! No! Not the divorce art! Yoriko, speak of the devil. I need to hide. Wait, why am I hiding again? I need to apologize for this morning. What?! To think that you'd actually show up this easy. You should have been more careful, you know. If you're gonna do it, hurry it up. You're here to kill me, right? I'll kill the person who caused all this. I will kill you. Aren't you gonna fight back? I'm about to kill you right now. We followed her because we're Akane. It was an instinct. Yoriko's right. I'm the one at fault here. I've noticed something change in me, like another personality is waiting inside of me. This personality is something that shouldn't come out. The void's girl is likely pursuing this persona. You don't need to dirty your hands. I'll take responsibility and do it myself. I'm sorry, you got all mixed up in this mess because of me. Master Utsuro! There's an obvious suspect. The one who pushed you off is Iroha Ninjue. I think so too. Even I was just had suspicions about her being a void. What's the meaning of this? Just had to recheck that scar on your stomach. Back then I didn't have my memories. So have you regained your memories? None of your business. Yes, the wound looks like it was made from the claws of a bear, presumably from an old modern Monokuma that was mass-produced. He said you got no memories. You know, it's been a long ass while, and he looked at your body but never thought there was something wrong with it. To see a big scar on your body, I would have gotten suspicious the moment I saw you. Even though I've only seen them through records, this wound from the left side and lower side resembles claw marks. I know someone with those exact wounds, Akane Taria. Interesting, I see, so that's how things turned out.
Are you Akane Taria herself? Richter remained silent. Not that it matters. This is the virtual world. Whether you're Akane Taria, because the fact that you have that scar, Mikado knew of her, then why the hell did he hide that information from me? As soon as I saw that scar of yours, my business was here to done. All that's left is to decide. Your friends will be arriving here to do that for me. They ended up unintentionally helping you again. Guess I gotta do what was paid for. What? Is he the traitor? Hug me, girlfriend. That far. Okay, so it's not a V3 situation. Our memories and appearance could be stuck to when we were high school situations. It's a 2 situation. It might be hard to believe, but with this, we can explain what we saw in Yuri's video. There's a lot of reason for it, but most conclusively it was Yuri. Yuri really was in his 20s. Our avatar was in the virtual world, so the Yuri we knew was from his high school age. Mikado, would you care to explain this video? I never murdered my parents. Sure, that is definitely our house, but I never did such a thing. Kanade said, but she planned to do so as a finale, and Mikado said the video was real, which means the Kanade in her high school days hadn't killed her parents yet. The Kanade in the real world has killed her parents to graduate. That was the reason why he decided he couldn't trust us. His class was the last to graduate, we have nothing to do with Vote's Peak. All Void members were saved by a certain person, they're all looking for that person. This killing school trip is a plan to meet with that person, and their target is somehow Yuki. He said this, I know exactly who. Master Uchiro. Sorry, I meant Ucho. He's Void's savior and goal. The Void has been forcing this killing game for the sole reason of meeting him once again. Why'd they use poor Yuki instead of finding the real guy? That's because Master Uchiro is dead. Oh yeah, by the way, there was an entire game before this that we didn't play. So essentially, Yuki Maeda was actually Uchiro and was the mastermind, and they also had their subordinate in the killing game with them working for them, Akane Taria, and they both died at the end. It's okay. Everything is okay, Master Uchiro. I, Akane Taria, no matter what, will always stay by your side. That is why everything will be okay. Who are you? Akane Taria. That's my real name. I'm sorry, Yoriko. My memory just returned to me. I've been running away from it because I didn't want to acknowledge my true identity. The trigger was me meeting them in the basement of the Tower of Babel. I told you yesterday that last night, the person I met there was Rei Makaru. I don't know if you can hear, but the point is, I'll send Teruya, download his reset code, and give it to Teruya. I heard from Kinjo about this. Akane Taria is still alive. He was born with a special fate. It's like he was chosen by fortune itself, able to create miracles and pave paths of luck without even paying the price. It wasn't just about being lucky. The true power of divine luck is having everything, everyone, every matter on earth bend to your will. Divine luck will provide you with the circumstances tailored to him and him alone. The process of how it happened means nothing under that power. No result is unachievable if he wishes for it. The scariest part of this power is that it always respects the will of its user. Him and his companions, he can bless them with his luck if he yearns for it. The whole world is in the palm of his hands by the ultimate power. That is the truth of divine luck. Master Utsuro roamed around the country when he was young, using his divine luck to help kids our age. Those who met with a terrible fate, one that is inescapable without some otherworldly power. They helped so many young children escape the curse. It all boils down to his power. He blessed them all with divine luck. These children never would have been able to escape the hell on their own, so their new lives they got were... Now say this divine luck power suddenly disappeared from this world, then what happens? Divine luck is a power strong enough to bend even fate. Without it, everything brought upon it by it will reverse itself. If there was someone who should have been dead, but was saved by Uchiro's powers, without that power, their luck would also disappear, and the fate will eventually return to their original destination. He doesn't really have to do anything to do with this. Back when he was alive, he had kidnapped and imprisoned Yuki Maeda, a student, so he could get into Hope's Peak as the fake Yuki Maeda. Oh, so Yuki does exist! Up until the moment he died, he acted as Yuki Maeda. That's why the Voids thought that Yuki's brains must have been the key to resurrecting Uchiro. Akane Taria is in the same situation as Void. They had chosen to pay for what they'd done in that very lab, in that trial ground. I remember that as clearly today. Akanataria should be down in the depths of the sea. Then why? Why is this wretched body still alive when he's dead? Sora! Look at me, get a hold of yourself. Answer me, are you Sora or are you Akanataria? What I was trying to say that was, you're not Akanataria. No, I've got my memories back. Why do you keep referring to her in the third person? I asked who you are, and you said you're Sora, at least for now. Isn't that what you told me? But the name Sora is just something Yuki came up with on the spot. My name is Akanataria. If I denied that, I'd just be running away from the truth. No, you told me everything you know. You faced the outcome that is Akanataria. Just because you accepted the outcome doesn't mean it has to end that way. Why not? You said you should have died, you don't understand why you're still alive, and that you've committed an unforgivable crime, and that you're the same as Wards. But I still like you, Sora. Gay? I still feel the same way about Yuki, and especially about you. The two of you will probably be unforgettable friends, more than friends, so who cares about what Akane did? That's never going to be me. Sora, I really, really like you. I think of you as well. Are you sure it's not more, gay ass? What about you? I also like Yuki. I share the same feelings as you. You know in love? To live alongside you? You were talking about getting married earlier? Bro, just put a ring on her finger already. Put a goddamn ring on that girl's finger already. My name is Akanataria, but at the same time I'm Sora. Even though my memories have returned, there's still mysteries left to uncover. The biggest one... Huh? An announcement? Wait, no, it can't be. Hello? What? The screen displayed something unbelievable. Already? The body discovery already? Is it raining inside or something? The sprinklers, but there isn't a fire. Why are you making us run out? Wait, where's Teria? What the fuck? We distinctly knew that something was different. Something was wrong. The reason was made clear as the despair-filled reality was laid before our eyes. Yeah, he's dead. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then let's go team. 1, 2... Did we do the thing? 1, 2, what? They blue balls me! The victim is Teria Tori. Her body was discovered in the storage room of the East Tower. There's a cut 50 millimeters deep, 5 millimeters. What's up? These are liver mortis, hippocatus, whatever you call it. Liver mortis? There's nothing surprising about that. All the victims so far had them just well. These naturally occur when you die. The color, they usually have a brownish red color. His fingertips and toes are blue as well. It might be that he died from a lack of oxygen. He said it was caused by some sort of cyanosis. He probably died from cyanide consumption. What's this? It looks like the lock put on the door. It must have fallen off. It looks like a lever-based one. The lever seems to be pretty large. Most doors were body recognition based. With this kind of lock mechanism, the door has to be closed completely, and then the lever needs to be pulled from the inside. At least if it were button-based, I would imagine there would be some gimmick to lock it from the outside. Some bits of tape were heading... Why would someone put tape on this? And some half-burnt scrap of paper. When I picked it up, I could see it already long cooled down, though it had crumpled due to the fire. There's some white powder on it. It was barely coarse enough to counter it as fire, and that has some shimmer of shine in there as reflecting a light in the room. This must be glass powder. Why would glass powder be on? How's the paper burnt anyway? When I looked up, the now silent sprinklers that had poured water on us looked back at me. The broadcasting room ceiling wasn't... Are you telling me you couldn't withstand a little water just to look at... just to stay in the room and look at the body? Wait, it was Aroha that suggested we all run out. Aroha knows something. If they're not the killer, they're at least a conspirator. It happened so quickly that I'm having a hard time to wrapping my head. Can you help me readdress everything that gone down today? About everyone's alibis then. If the culprit wasn't the one inside the video and was filming it live from that room, it would help if we counted everyone's alibi. I was in my room. I was about to leave and investigate near the hotel. Both Yuki and I went east and south to the hotel. You can check Yuki's later, but here's my keycard and handbook as proof. I can vouch for Aroha. I don't know exactly where she was up until then, but I can assume she was in the east area. When I left the hotel to head there, Aroha was heading in the same direction, most likely after seeing the same video. I already asked Mikado a while ago, but he wouldn't answer me. The dust on the film may be phosphorus, most specifically yellow phosphorus. The evidence of fire and the smell of rotting garlic, it's like yellow phosphorus. I'm not much of a scientist. How's the fire and the phosphorus? It can create phosphorus from using the smallest bit of friction. Yuki has not shown me his handbook. We have not confirmed his alibi. I tested it out myself just now. I tossed some soda can and I took from our tea party in your room, and they all fell down and were crushed. I ran down to the first floor to check it myself. Soda split everywhere on the road, cans obliterated. The camera that was always here in the broadcasting room, there are multiple of the same monitor. The culprit had used one of those cameras to broadcast the weird video. How's the culprit able to broadcast that video? I heard some sounds, but didn't this monitor originally show footage of the city? An interface would be an option to show which channel which to show, so I changed the channel from internal to external. The monitor isn't here just to receive. With the camera next to it, I can send and receive between any big monitor in the city. It was most likely filmed and broadcasted by the culprit using this. If only we had to access the bridge. But that being said, this bridge, the time that it almost fell down, is it really a bug or is it a feature? There you are, Sora! Why'd you hit someone in the face? Why'd you sneak up on someone like that? I'm also doing my earnest best to investigate. I want to find the culprit as much as you do. Very well, just make it quick. But you are aware I wasn't there when this all occurred. I would like to hear exactly what went down. Sounds like you really don't need. There are 3 other people at the scene other than me specifically. He fucking wasted my time! You fucking bitch! Shiobai. Huh? Oh, Shiobai? Shiobai unfortunately will not be participating in this class trial. Where the fuck is Shiobai? Foremost, I think we can all agree that this case started with that broadcast. He's like a mix between Nagito, but I also want to give him the dream voice because he has the funny mask. It's like they were saying, come and stop me if you can. Maybe it was the culprit's intention all along to gather us at the West Broadcasting Room. Recall that it was locked from the inside, but what if the killer wanted to emphasize specifically that to everyone by having a broadcast be sent to the whole island? There's something bugging me when we're all investigating. I'll help you out. Let's go! That's my bestie. That's my girlfriend. They pulled the film from the projector to make it go through the sprinklers on the ceiling and taped it to the door lock. Then they sprinkled yellow phosphorus on the film and positioned the scrap of paper in between the sprinklers and the film. Now what would happen if the projector was turned on at this point? And it will, with the lock lever orientation, becomes horizontal from vertical due to the film when pulling it. Wait, it's fire! He uses fire magic. Mikado, that's the trick. They didn't use this complicated trick. Mikado just uses fire magic and then flew down. Because the rule that says that you can't, the rule that says Mikado can't use his magic for murders is gone. Is glitched. This is all Mikado's trap! And then he flew down out of the window, because he can fly now, even because he can use his magic for the murder. I think Teruya and Aroha, Dude and Aroha, Mikado and Aroha work together on. The door to the storage room was always there. The culprit simply had hidden a drawing on top of it. The Teruya, it was just a painting of the fainted Teruya drawn on the wall. The culprit had drawn Teruya right on top of the door. It was made to seem like the door... I don't think so. I think it was Mikado with his magic. If the... You've been silent for quite a while, haven't you, Aroha? I think... No, I think they work together. I think Mikado committed the murder, but Aroha worked as an accomplice. And because she has to follow Void's orders, that means she had to work as Mikado's accomplice. The one with skills to produce such paintings is you. If there's anything you'd like to object to, pause now. No, even that can be possible. There's an accomplice. I thought so too! Think of the connecting bridge. It was made invisible. The connecting bridge was not in use during a bug. With that, we have a conclusion. The person who fed us false information is the accomplice. No, I think it was swapped. After the 5th Quest trial, we hurriedly moved to the 5th island. The culprit already planned to murder Teruya with Mikado. This is because the culprit was a Void member. They made up the false rule of no entering the Twin Towers during nighttime and went straight to prepare their crime. They needed to cover up the door to the storage room with paint, and they needed to draw trick art on the connecting bridge to make it seem like it disappeared. Mikado tried to fool us, saying that it disappearing was a bug, and because of what happened in the Tower of Babel, not one of us had a hint of doubt. After the preparations were done, Teruya was kidnapped and poisoned to death by the culprit. His corpse was kept inside the East storage room, but because we didn't even know the existence of the room, we weren't able to find a single existence of him. And on the fateful day, the culprit prepared a little premonition. They moved to the East broadcasting room to plant the stab wound. It was made in relation to the broadcast lyrics he made. They then erased the paint hiding the door to the storage room and moved to the West broadcasting room. There, they first carried out their plan to create a locked room mystery. It required locking the door automatically using a projector film. The culprit picked up a creepy film to be slotted into the projector and covered it with yellow phosphorus. He hung the film through the sprinklers and stuck it through the door with tape. With this, by turning the projector on, the culprit was able to lock the door and pull the lock. The culprit then started to draw Teruya on the wall to imitate his appearance lying dead in the East storage room. Because they had great talents in painting, they were able to draw a trick out of Teruya and mess with their depth perception. After it was done, the culprit used the computers to broadcast the footage to the whole city, and they filmed themselves holding a knife, when in actuality it was just a painting of Teruya, but there was no way to know that just from the footage. But that wasn't all there was to it. The culprit then broke one of the windows. This made us think that the culprit maybe broke the window to escape, but the chances of that were very low. The real reason the culprit broke the window was because they needed glass shards. They crushed the glass shards to create glass powder, and then sprinkled it on the piece of paper. The culprit tried the paper with the glass powder on it to the sprinklers, so that the paper faces the side of the film with the yellow phosphorus. When the door was forced open, the film would roll back in, causing a friction between the two materials, activating the sprinklers. All they had to do now was leave the projector and turn the projector on, and just like the culprit intended, the door was locked as seen in the film and stopped rolling. At this point, we'd seen the broadcast and headed to the West broadcast room. The culprit didn't have much time to spare. They used the bridge to cross over to the East building. They went down the elevator and met with Yoriko, creating their alibi. Originally, we thought that the culprit suddenly appearing in the East area was impossible. This was because we thought that the connecting bridge was out of use, but that was the culprit's plan. The culprit regrouped with everyone and helped break down the door to the broadcasting room. Once the door was destroyed, the film started rolling again, causing a fire underneath the sprinklers between the friction. So before we got the chance to address the situation, the sprinklers activated and we had to leave the room. Because of the strong water sprays from the sprinklers, the paint on the wall was washed off, so the body disappeared and in its place the storage room door. If we hadn't come up with a painting theory, we never would have realized this trick. Here, the paint should have trickled down to the floor, but they created a cloth near the wall and soaked up all the paint, barely leaving a trace. The cloth was already pretty stained and dirty, so we never realized it would be soaked. As soon as we noticed Teruya had disappeared, we searched frantically for him and found his body in the East storage room. The culprit had a true mastermind, but the culprit simply did what they were told to. Even so, they killed Teruya. The culprit, the last remaining void, the one that killed Teruya with their own hands. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Mikado uses magic. Something wonderful. The poison I gave you was fake, just plain old salt. I'd already put the real cyanide in advance. All you did was sprinkle some salt on some already poisoned food. He uses magic. Why would I ever believe you? Here, I even have proof. Yes! The rule is crossed out. That doesn't matter in the slightest. I did not commit any foul action in this case. I can even ask Monocro to reinstate that rule. Your theory was indeed perfect, except for the fact you guessed the wrong person, so in the end, you lost fair and square. Isn't it time you realize that there's nothing more to it? Okay, if you didn't use any magic, then yeah, he won fair and square. Whether you cheated or not, the outcome has already been decided. We lost the class trial. Finally, my lifelong dream has come true. I've abandoned everything for this, and now I will be reborn. What? I will be reborn? Commence the execution. Oh, they're having us being grabbed. I love you, Yorko! Goodbye, Yuki. I don't love you. What does that say? What? Oh. Fun. Can I see the others' punishments too? Drown in paint? You just get the fucking after school lesson. What? 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 The blue screen of death? BSOD? Hello? Really? I'd say it's a lot later than I expected. Right, good to hear that. I keep things ready until I survive. Never mind, it's nothing. See you later. So this day has finally arrived. Kinjo! Let's get ready then. To finish what happened back then. Let's go, Kinjo! What? What? Where did we go? We just stopped existing? We no longer exist. I finally solved it! That bug I was talking about. The seventh method is returning the value void. Is that... Was Koroko Makako this whole time? Why does Mikado look like Shiobai? What's with this folder? It's not any programming code. I haven't deleted... Oh, it's not like you've seen something you weren't supposed to. This is just something we're talking about. It's all in the past anyways. I'm always thankful for your support, so I guess you can tell us these much. Haven't you always Oh, it's not... This is the file containing my daughter's brain map and digitized electric signals from all the responses she got. Born. I had her specifically for that project. It was much convenient than getting another children. I had her born in the lab and started my experiment. Peak Academy. And there's a name I recognized occurring many times in my daughter's memory. Utsuro. Isn't that the person you were looking for? Utsuro! Coco, the event I met with you was also made by Master Utsuro's will. This could prove to be even more important than the AI we're creating. If it's money, then I'll give you much more. Please. Give me a few more as a tip. I guess I'm skipping sleep tonight. Chapter 0! NA years ago. What should I say first, Empty? Is monologue? Oh, we're back here. As you can see, empty. I'm just an empty. Only emptiness, empty. Did they just reset the whole killing game? It's me, Yorko. How is she slaying both like this and how she was before? Fucking slay!